No, Dave, that's our
The thing is to be flying in the air. Oops.
I got 3 kids. Ain't none of
There
them
we
that
go.
had no commissary.
Right. You used to whoop that tail, though, didn't
And
you?
a
He's on
grandbaby.
You whooped that tail, though,
That's
didn't
not
you?
the answer to everything.
Okay, we offline.
I just said the answer
I'm
to
about
Yeah,
to
everything.
whoop him
yeah.
because he
Good morning,
talking slip
everybody.
out. Ain't nobody trying
Good
to
morning,
talk.
everybody.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning.
This is just a follow up to what we said earlier. So let's put our hands together for our producer working this out, Gerald Smith,
Yes.
and our Olivia Featherstones over there. We got a new engineer. What's your name, brother? David Strong. He's got to be a good brother because his name is David. So let's give it up for David too. Chantel is here.
Come on, Dre.
And the original Ed Lover. Let's put it together for Ed Collins, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes,
The
sir.
original Ed Lover.
Y'all better clap.
Cast in 1971.
Everybody better be clapping.
Member of that fraternity.
I remember everybody don't clap. I'll see you outside.
So again, we're not on air, but we're gonna go ahead and welcome our guests. We have
Yes.
Dion Williams, community extraordinaire director and DMC, and we're working on it, Chuck. We're working on it. Thank you. And let's put our hands together for Dion.
Yes. Good morning.
And of
Good
course,
morning. Good morning.
we know that Reverend Sheffield is getting some much needed
Good job.
rest and
And
relaxation.
good morning, Kelly, who comes to break.
Yes.
Yes. Good morning, Kelly.
So Ed, before we get to Dion, how was your week, sir?
Hello.
You know what? I went to a birthday celebration on Monday and was inducted to a group called the Voo Crew.
Okay.
Now, if you don't know what Voo is, that's their high-end champagne. And I had my first taste of caviar.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
It wasn't no mercury in it, was it?
huh?
Wasn't no mercury.
No, caviar and eggs. Eggs don't eat nothing.
All right, Ed. Thank you for that.
What do you call the caviar? Boogaloo? Anybody know about caviar? You know which one I'm talking about, right? The
Yeah.
little black one.
Yeah.
Right.
So
With some cheap cream cheese and crackers.
Yeah.
so Chantel, how was your week?
My week has been great. You see, I got my baby this weekend. I usually don't have him on the weekends, but he's here with us. He is spoiled, and he gonna remain spoiled. As long as I'm on Earth, I'm spoiling my babies.
And
That's
you know,
right.
ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
before
all you people agreeing, y'all reach in your purse and in your pocket, some come out with that cash.
This is DeAndre. DeAndre, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Say good morning.
Good morning.
so how many of y'all, we're gonna get to Dion in a second, but how many of y'all how many of you all, I'm trying to find the right way to say this. How many of y'all support corporal punishment or sparing the rod? How many of y'all do that with your children?
I do. I will.
Sparing the rod. The Bible says spare the rod or you hate the child.
And spoil the child.
No, it doesn't. It says hate the child. So trust me. So again, how many of y'all support that about whooping your kids?
Oh, I do.
I know you do. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So there's some schools of thought that say that comes from slavery.
No, that comes from the police. Because if you don't whoop them, the police will.
So that's what my mama used to say too. If I don't whoop you, the police will. So again, so we're justifying that and all that stuff. So again, but I was just curious about that. So my producer's telling me to get to the matter at hand. Again, we have Dion Williams here, Director of Community Relations for Detroit Medical Center. He's going to give us some information about ACA healthcare enrollment and DMC community initiatives. Welcome to the show. Dion, tell us a little bit about yourself before we start asking questions.
Hey, you didn't ask me how my week went.
Right? How's your
See
week?
how you do
Dion?
me like that? I thought we was Cardinal brothers.
We are.
Cooley High, COOLEY.
Forgive me, man.
I thought we kept down like just be them brown shoes. Yes, sir.
And I sit right here.
Yes, sir.
Went to Post in Fitzgerald.
All right, so tell us how your week was. Then we'll get into what we're talking about.
Well, it's been a blessed week, man. It's been a very, very blessed week. Unfortunately, lost two very integral people in my life this week. Pastor J.L. Mormon, CTAB, passed away a couple
Praying
of
for that
days
family
ago.
too.
And then also Fred Durhall Jr.
Yeah, man.
Passed away a couple of days ago. So God rest, both of them rest in peace. May they get their heavenly wings up in heaven with God, and they did the right thing. It was two powerful men that walked this earth and did the godly thing. And I appreciate both of them being mentors in my life
Good
at some
brothers.
point in time in my life. So
Good brothers, good brothers, good brothers.
So
Let's make sure we keep those families in prayer.
Absolutely.
So, Dion, you are currently working in the role of Director of Community Relations from Detroit Medical Center.
Yes,
We
sir.
know that you've been doing work in the community in various areas, various spaces. How are you enjoying this position? I think this is your second or third year.
I'm going into my third year. Wow,
Okay.
you got a good memory there.
Congratulations. That's
Thank you.
exciting.
It is. It is very exciting. I resigned from the governor's office back in 2023, and I went into the position with DMC because I know that our people need resources, right? And they need to have a healthy lifestyle. And we need to change the mindset and the culture of how we're living and what we're doing and what we're putting into our bodies, and making sure that we get a PCP, a primary care physician, to make sure that we do the preventive maintenance on our body so that we can be here and live a good, healthy life and live a longer life. So that's one of the reasons why I came over to DMC, just to really connect DMC back to the community on a granular level, right? Really connecting, doing barbershops, beauty salons, doing church visits, making sure our doctors are getting out there and doing healthy conversations and changing that mindset and that culture.
Yeah. So we're here to talk about ACA, healthcare,
Yes.
which is very, very important. It's one of the things that Obama left as his legacy. You know, it's also known as Obamacare. How important is it for people to get affordable healthcare, especially right now?
It's very important, very important. You see what the federal government is doing with cutting all types of benefits. This is one of the benefits that they're trying to eliminate from you, right? You have access to free healthcare. It opened up on November 1st. If you do not have Medicaid, Medicare, or if you don't have insurance through your job, it is imperative that you call or scan a QR, call a number, sign up. We can, over at DMC, we're doing this in-house. You can schedule an appointment to come in, or you can do it over the phone. You can register for healthcare, right? It's so important for you to have healthcare. You cannot walk around and not have insurance on your life. You can't. You can't. When you talk about the cost of prescription drugs, when you talk about just going in and just seeing a doctor, how expensive that can be, right? And if you don't have healthcare, you can't get the right coverage, right? You can't get that PCP to come in and see you, or you can't go in and see that PCP to make sure that you're covered, make sure that you're living a good, healthy lifestyle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
On the insurance exchange, the health insurance exchange.
Yes.
What other alternatives are there to the ACA?
Zero. No, there's no alternatives to ACA. You won't have insurance.
So there, on the health insurance exchange, there's no other options.
So there are multiple options when you go into the ACA, and it's up to that individual understanding what their income is, where they live, their zip code, their area code, their age. There's several different options that you can choose from. We don't choose for you.
Right.
We just give you the options that are available to you, and then you would choose the most beneficial package that's for you and your family.
So if they are successful in shutting down the ACA in January, we pretty much up a creek then.
Absolutely. You have no insurance. They're trying to eliminate everything. They're trying to eliminate Obamacare or ACA. They're trying to eliminate SNAP benefits. They're trying to eliminate Social Security. And then Social Security, that's what you paid into. That's right. That's your right. That's your money.
Well, you know
right? They're trying to eliminate all of that.
And this is something I try to talk about every week when we talk about elections, how important it is to follow up with the people you voted for to make sure they're doing like they're supposed to do and not what they say they're going to do.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't follow up with them, before you know it, you don't have what you thought you were going to get. And then you waddling around with some of that, and you know what I was getting ready to say.
That's right. It's all about resources to the people and people to the resources. You know, politicians come to us and they ask us for our vote every 4 years, 2 years, whatever their term is, right?
Yep.
But then how do you access those resources?
Mhm.
When you're up in Lansing, what is that politician doing for you? What is that politician doing for you in DC? They're supposed to be bringing resources back, and then they do have resources, but how do you activate that?
Right. Right.
You know, you got to have that conduit that's in the community that be able to connect you, such as what Dabo is doing. connecting you to those resources, connecting you to the accesses of resources that's all available from whether it's the state government or the federal government. And ACA is one of those resources that we desperately need in our community.
Accountability is something that Ed is always talking about with regard to our elected officials.
Absolutely.
We are talking with Deon Williams, Director of Community Relations for Detroit Medical Center. And our topic today is ACA, or American Affordable
Care Act.
Affordable Care Act, also known
Yes.
as Obamacare, healthcare enrollment. And so we did talk about briefly, but just give us a detailed description or definition of what the Affordable Health Care Act is.
So the Affordable Health Care is simply that. It's affordable health care. When you go to see your doctor, or you go see a PCP, or you go to an emergency room, you have to have insurance, right? Or if you don't have insurance, the hospital 9 times out of 10 is going to cover the cost. DMC, we don't turn anybody away. Whether you have insurance or you don't have insurance, we would love for you to get insurance. We would love for you to get into the exchange and making sure that you are covered. But we do anywhere from $120 million to $150 million of uncompensated care every single year, right? So that's people that are coming in that don't have insurance. And when you're talking about having over 700,000 individuals in the state of Michigan without health care,
that's too many.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people that's not covered. And so we're trying to do our best as good community partners to make sure that everyone is enrolled. So once again, you can call 248-970-8253, 248-970-8253, and you can speak to a certified application counselor that will walk you through the process of getting health care and getting insured.
Yeah.
All right. So remind the people too about the dates that you can enroll. November 1st through what?
November 1st through December 15th. And then it actually extends into January 15th. But after January 15th, if you enroll after January 1st, your benefits won't kick in until February.
Okay.
It won't kick in until February. So if you enroll by December 15th, which is only a couple of weeks away, it's only 3 weeks away. You got from November 1st to December 15th. If you enroll by December 15th, then January 1, your benefits are automatically installed and they kick in. If you have to enroll after January 1st, it doesn't kick in until the following month.
Okay.
So Deon, just really quickly for the people in the back, just walk us through the process. You gave us the phone number. We're going to ask you to repeat that phone number one more time. But just, if I'm just coming in, I'm saying, Mr. Williams, just make it plain for me. Just give me the step-by-step way of how I can go and I can get, and if I'm not computer literate, is there somebody who can walk me through it or answer the questions, whatever the case may be?
Absolutely. So very simple. You can call 248-970-8253. Again, 248-970-8253. And a certified application counselor will pick up that phone and either do two things. One, they can walk you through each one of the options, let you know what you want to do or how you get covered on the phone, or you can schedule for an appointment to come into the hospital and get registered. So you can sit down and you can see someone face to face and you can see what you're signing and what you're signing up for versus having it over the phone. You can do that, or you can scan this QR code. Scanning the QR code will take you directly to our website and a landing page. And again, you can register there and you can get signed up for healthcare. And you have a CAC that will reach out to you and get you scheduled and get you registered.
So DMC does a lot of stuff for the community. What are some of the initiatives that you guys have going on right now besides this one?
Okay, and really quick, I just want to say this. We're partnering with Dabo. We're partnering with other community partners, Access, LaSed, and we're going to have CACs come out to the community and start registering people on site. So we're going to be meeting people in the community. If you're not able to call the number or if you're not able to come down to the hospital, which we prefer, but if not, we're going to come out to you and we're going to make sure we're meeting everyone where they are. And we're going to have opportunities such as here at Dabo with our community healthcare workers signing people up for the health insurance.
That's one of the initiatives.
That's one of the initiatives.
That's right here with us.
And before Ed comes with his questions, I just want to let you all know too, just 313-491-0003 is the number you can call if you want to come here and where you feel comfortable, we'll help connect you with whatever resources that Dion. A lot of times, that's where it is. Dion is finding some place
Absolutely.
where you feel comfortable. You're not intimidated or whatever the case may be.
Right.
So again, you can call 313-491-0003. My recommendation is that you just don't show up. Call before
Right.
you come, so you don't waste your time. And when you come, we'll walk you through that process.
Right. It's about having that trusted person in the community that can help validate what we're trying to do.
Right, because a lot of times, and no disrespect to the certified healthcare person that you call on the
Right.
phone, but they don't know you,
Exactly.
and they could be talking over your head unintentionally, and you just like saying whatever. So again, if we need somebody to shepherd you through, if you need someone to shepherd you through the process, come on through. Ed,
And hold on one second. Dabo, you see we got construction and everything, but we're not closed. We're in a temporary building. The address is 16501 Wyoming. So if you need anything, Dabo is not closed. We just in a temporary building, 16501 Wyoming. We're still open.
And this is to our audience. Don't be embarrassed that you're not sure what the right question is to ask. That's part of what Dabo does, is give you assistance. They're there to hold your hand. There ain't no shame for your game. If you don't know, don't be stupid and don't ask. Because if you need, you need. That's all there is to it.
Amen.
And I was raised that the only dumb question is the one that's not asked.
Right.
There you go. So that's what I'm saying.
Amen.
If you get afraid to do it yourself, call 313-491-0003.
Right, and then
And they will give you the assistance you need or hold your hand, whatever's necessary, because we want you here.
right, and I think the alternative, ladies and gentlemen, to you all not having this this insurance is that something happens. You see all these people have GoFundMe's and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When all they had to do was actually sit down and get this insurance. Is that going to
That's
cover everything? No, but it would take a major bite
That's right.
out of that thing. And then, you're like, I don't need no insurance. I'm talking about everybody, not just for older people, it's for young folks. Those are the ones that are cavalier because they're young Thundercats. They don't think they need any insurance.
They think they're invincible.
But then something happens.
That's right.
Or you just don't know. You may have a disease or whatever that you're not even aware of, and now you need the insurance. So just it's a lot of different situations you might find yourself in. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, we're talking with Dion Williams, who is no stranger to Dabo in his community space. He is a partner, not just in his professional, but personally. He comes out and volunteers his time and his resources and connects us to linkages in the community to make us better. Let's give it up for Mr. Williams.
Thank you so much.
And as we transition from the healthcare space, we're going to talk about what DMC is doing in the community. So you can go from there, sir.
We're doing everything in the community, Doc. I created a series, What the Heck I Didn't Know, HECK, Healthy Education, Conversation, and Knowledge. Having doctors coming out and talking to you on a one-on-one basis in a room just like this, and you being able to ask and get questions answered, about your health care, right? Whether it's about prostate cancer, lung cancer, hypertension, diabetes, whatever those questions that you may have that you need to have answers to. There's nothing wrong with old school remedies, but it's a process when we have real medical information that'll help us go through and get really healing our body from a holistic standpoint and understanding those things that we need to do to live a healthier life. And so we have doctors that are willing to come out. We go to barbershops, places of worship, beauty salons. We're everywhere in the community trying to make sure that, again, I keep saying it, I know I sound like a recorder, but changing the culture and the mindset so that we can live healthier lives, so that we can be around for our children and our grandchildren and that next generation.
Yeah. So again, talking about the things that we're doing in the community, we're going to come back. We're going to talk a little bit more about it right after this break. We'll be right back.
We're done. Yeah. Wait.
She bringing us back.
She got more full of grits.
2.5.
Okay. Hold on. Wait. We're not live, so I'm going to take advantage of it.
You ready? Stay ready.
That's it.
Amen.
One.
Go.
Go ahead, David.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Let's put our hands together. Woo woo! Down here on the corner of Grand River, we're live in full effect, 12048 Grand River, and we are coming right back. Chantel.
Yes, good morning. So we have somebody very special with us. We have Darlene King Turner, CEO of the Unity Collaborative. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I am well. Thank you for having me.
I like that jacket, girl.
Thank you.
That's a nice jacket. Okay, I like
I
that.
appreciate it.
Yes. So, you have an event coming up. It's the National Black Men in Leadership Conference. It's Thursday, December 4th, and it's at Huntington Place. Oh, this is a big deal.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Yes.
This is our 5th year. And it's really a conference to elevate and celebrate Black men in our nation.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Where the black men at? Come on, y'all, make some noise. Yay.
Yes. Yes.
Man, Huntington Place in USA Jackson.
Yes. So tell us more about the conference. Like, what are we expecting? What's the
Yeah.
theme? What can
Yeah.
we anticipate?
Absolutely. So our theme this year is the power of us.
Okay.
When we think about where we are in our climate right now, it is even more important for us to collectively come together as a community. And so it is about how do we support the collective legacy of Black men, not just those that are in leadership roles, but those that are aspiring to be in leadership roles. We support scholarships for young Black men that are on their way to college.
Amazing.
Yeah, we have a business and community connection where small Black businesses have the opportunity to showcase their products and services that they are providing for the community as well. We also have an awards ceremony where we celebrate Black men across our nation that are doing amazing things. And so it's really about how do we support Black men in mentorship, sponsorship, mental health, education, career opportunities, and it's happening right here in our backyard.
That's amazing, Ed.
Yes, and at this conference, are there gonna be, say, as part of the venue, tables or whatnot set up so that people or young men can have access to, what programs have apprenticeships or internships?
Absolutely.
Or, learning how to present themselves and applying for some of these, opportunities that are going to be available for them.
Absolutely. That's a great question. So definitely there is. We definitely have a mentorship, internship opportunity corner where a lot of our corporate partners that are aligned with the Unity Collaborative or the corporate sponsors that have sponsored the event will be there doing just that. They will be talking to young men on how they should get connected. What are some of the opportunities for them for not just internship opportunities, but employment opportunities? What are some of the opportunities to connect them with mentors? Because a lot of young men that are going into corporate America, they don't have a mentor. And so they really need to be able to understand the importance of mentorship. And so we offer that within the conference as well.
That's
And
amazing.
at this conference, is there a fee to attend? or-
There is, absolutely. There is a fee to attend. We also have a VIP networking reception. That's a
Ooh.
separate fee as well. And if people are interested in finding more out about the conference, they can visit our website, which is theunitycollaborative.org. That again, theunitycollaborative.org. We have an amazing amount of workshops dealing with mental health, entrepreneurship, leadership, emotional intelligence.
Okay.
We have 2 amazing keynote speakers. Mr. David Banner is one of our keynote speakers, and he focuses on mental health, Black male mental health in our community and our nation, as well as Mr. Tony Coles. And Tony Coles is the president of Multicultural Affairs and Black Information Network for iHeartMedia globally. So just an amazing day of networking, camaraderie, resources, and education for this event.
That's
And you know
amazing.
what, the reason I asked that question is too many of us want something for nothing, or don't want to give back to the community. Somebody had to do something for this event to even take place.
They did. Someone had
So,
to do
in
something.
order to keep the event continually, annually, or semi-annually, how often?
It's annually. It's
Okay,
annually.
It's gotta be afforded to be able to do that.
Amen.
So
Absolutely.
whatever you can put back into that pot to keep that pot full so everybody can eat, don't just look out for yourselves. We have to look out for our community.
Yeah,
And that's
it
what I'm
is.
getting at.
Yeah.
That's why this event exists, is for you to help you. So while you're getting help, don't be afraid or stubborn enough that you don't try to help somebody else. And that's the point I was trying to make with that. Just be beneficial to each other.
Yes. And that's why our theme is the power of us.
Mhm.
Because it is important that we tap back into the resources that we have as a community. I mean, we have so many
Tons.
privileges as a community and
Mhm.
so many resources and connections and opportunity that if we tap into each other, the impact that we can make is priceless. And so it is so very important to really be able to express that, experience that. And that is why we offer this conference every year. We're also providing $2,500 business grants,
Ooh,
right?
grants. Yay.
To small businesses that are in attendance to the conference. We have a very affordable vendor fee is $350
That's
for
not
the
bad.
vendor fee,
Mhm.
but it also gets you one registration into the conference as a small vendor and gets you the opportunity to be in alignment for one of those $2,500 grants. Grants you don't have to pay back. Grants are
Yes.
free money, right?
Free
And
money.
so it gives you that ability, and that is compliments of our partner, Black Leaders Detroit. So we're really excited about them supporting us. But then we have a lot of other, to your point, being able to pour back into the community.
Right.
There are a lot of corporations that have poured into this conference: Comerica, Huntington, AAA, Corewell Health. So just really grateful and excited for what they have done in ensuring that we make sure that Black male leaders are elevated and supported across our region.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking with Darlene King Turner, the CEO of the Unity Collaborative. Her National Black Men in Leadership Conference takes place Thursday, December 4th at Huntington Place. My question is this: what was this conference birthed out of? What was it that had you to start this? What was the foundation of the conference?
Yeah, that's a great question. So after the murder of George Floyd, my team and I, we really sat down and thought about the narratives that we see in the media and on the news around Black men. And we were really exhausted and just tired of it. And so we wanted to be able to elevate and support Black men for all the things that they do: fatherhood, philanthropy, business owners, community leaders, those types of things around what they are engaged in was not supported or elevated enough for us. And so a group of women, we sat down and said, we are going to create something that's going to celebrate and elevate Black men. So when we began to dig deeper into the data around Black male leaders in our country, Black men only represent 3.1% in leadership nationally. Nationally. That is
That's crazy.
ridiculous.
Mhm.
That is absolutely ridiculous. And so for us, it was about how do we bring awareness to corporations around succession planning, around their hiring practices, around their sponsorship, around their mentorship programs. How do we bring awareness to them to be able to tap into developing more young Black leaders and making sure that they are a part of the trajectory of succession planning? So that was the reason why we sat down and did this. And we are in our 5th year of the National Black.
Well, I want to I want to commend you. I am a
Definitely.
lifelong learner of leadership in different areas. I'm actually working on a dissertation on servant leadership in law enforcement.
Wow.
So leadership is essential, and I do echo your sentiments about African American men being in leadership spaces. But to your point, I think actually what Ed was talking about too is a development of
Yes.
leaders. And I think
It
a lot
has
of
to be
people don't
invested in.
understand that we can't get it like other cultures. Other cultures, they can just put people in places that may not
That's right.
meet the criteria.
That's right. That's right.
We have an example of that in the highest office of the land right now.
Highest office of the land
and
right
so
now.
and so and so to can you just talk about some of the attributes that leadership possess or things that we should be developing? I mean, leadership starts from my perspective is raising, three adult children.
Right.
Training leaders starts at home.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
So can you just tell us some of the simple things? Because I mean, it'd be great to be a leader of a Fortune 500
It
company.
would be,
I'm not
right?
knocking that down, but if
Right.
we could just develop leaders in our homes, Black men specifically,
yes.
in our communities,
Yeah,
and we
absolutely.
do see that, and lifting that up,
Yeah.
and that's a model for others. And I think too, a lot of times we put leadership in a box. It has to look a particular way,
It has to look right.
but it doesn't. You
And
said
it doesn't.
David Banner. Whoever thought David Banner would be a person out here talking about mental health and effective at it?
And
Yeah.
effective at it and
So-
an advocate for
So,
it, right?
so if you could just speak to that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is still November. Time is moving so fast. So last month we hosted our annual youth leadership conference, right? Because to your point, most people put leadership in a box and think that you have to be, a VP, an executive, a CEO. But leadership literally starts in your own home, within your own community. So we were talking to our youth. Leadership for them looks like when you get up in the morning, make your bed.
Come on now.
Do your homework, right? Do your chores, right? As a homeowner or renter or whatever it is, make sure that your yard is clean. Make sure that your trash not blowing around all across the community.
Can I
the
just say this
neighborhood.
one thing, and then you can
Yes.
keep going? This is for Ed. Pay your bills on time and watch your credit.
Pay your bills on time and watch your credit, right?
Yeah.
All of those are pieces of how am I starting to lead myself, right?
Mhm.
Because if you don't begin to look at what you can control within yourself, then you're not going to have anybody else to follow you, and you can't lead anyone else.
Talking good.
Okay.
And so that is what leadership is. It doesn't have to be within a corporation. It literally is community. I mean, what you all are doing here,
Mhm.
feeding the community, that's leadership,
Absolutely.
right? It's
Mhm.
about what can you contribute? What do I have and resources that I have in my own It could be a conversation. It could be a prayer. It could be a talk. It could be $1. It could be a bottle of water. Whatever it is that I can contribute helps me in my journey of being a leader along the way.
You know what? And this is to our listening audience. We are all born with the seed of leadership within us.
Absolutely.
Both women are queens and men are kings.
Mhm.
It's up to us as family and community to plant those seeds.
That's right.
Because the seeds are already there, and to grow them into harvest.
Yes.
Okay,
we gotta
Ed.
keep the weeds out of our garden.
Ed dropping wisdom, boy. Look at Ed.
Develop those seeds as we should, then we have the leadership that we want.
Yeah, they don't know.
Ed over here
with the
dropping.
cast. You went to Nebraska, boy. Look at you. I thought you was just big. Yeah, beauty and Brian, boy.
Okay. But I want to know more about you. You're saying about this conference, you're talking about leadership, and girl, you sound like you got it. So tell us a little bit more about yourself and what has brought you here.
Yeah. I'm a native of Michigan. I didn't grow up in Detroit, but I grew up in the outskirts of Detroit. I have been in the space of the 3 words that have been villainized right now, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. But I have been in the space of diversity, equity, and inclusion for about 25 years.
Okay.
I started in K through 12 education with our regional educational service agency, Wayne Risa. I spent about 10 years there. That is where I got my footing in the space of diversity, because it was just diversity. There was no equity, there was no inclusion as a part of that. Had some other careers, spent some time in radio, spent some time as a national concert promoter for about 6 years. And then I joined the National Diversity Council. So I was the executive director at the National Diversity Council for about 10 years. And then we launched the Unity Collaborative right here in our hometown. We broke away from the National Diversity Council just so that we would be able to cast a wider net in our community here in our home base in Michigan. We not only service Detroit and the Metro Detroit area, but we also service West Michigan, Kalamazoo, Muskegon, Grand Rapids, and
Amazing.
Flint as well. And so we focus on 3 pillars. We focus on business, youth and families, and community. So it's just something that I've always been passionate about is people. And so just really grateful to be able to continue to develop and elevate people in our community, as well as youth and families along the way.
That's great work. So
Yeah,
can you
thank
tell
you.
everybody again how they can register,
Yeah.
when the conference is?
Yes.
Because that's everybody got to go here. And I'm raising, 2 young men,
Yes.
2 little boys. And as a woman, it definitely has me. I've always known that Black men were under attack,
Yes.
but like viewing that the young men I'm raising in my own home, it's very different. So I
Yeah.
really admire this work.
Thank
I
you.
admire all the, men who are reaching back and being mentors and doing great work and everything because it's so important. And
Yeah.
like raising these little boys, like my son, he's 4 and he's already dealt with racism.
Yeah.
Like certain things have happened and
Yeah.
it's like I can't protect him from
Nope,
everything.
you can't.
So seeing something like this and seeing a woman, lead
Thank
it's important for us to be good allies to Black men
Yes,
as well.
it
So tell us
is.
more about the conference.
Yes.
Remind everybody when it is and how they can register.
Absolutely. So the conference is Thursday, December the 4th. It is from 8 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. And then there is a VIP meet and greet reception from 5 until 7. It is taking place at Huntington Place in downtown Detroit. If you want more information or you want to register, and we welcome everyone. So it's not just for Black men. To your point, allies are important. So it's for women, it's for all those that want to attend as well, because although you may not be a Black man, you may be supporting one, right?
Yep.
You may be
Mhm.
married to one. Your daddy is a Black man, you raising Black men,
Mhm.
all of the things. And so everyone is welcome because it's about the power of us. You can register at the unitycollaborative.org. There you'll find out not only information about the National Black Men in Leadership Conference, but also more about the resources and programs that we provide to support the community.
Yeah, there's my little
See?
man right here. Get down. All
We
right.
ain't talking about like James Brown said.
So again, I think it's going to be great for men and women to come out and support. And I wish we had more time because I had some more questions, but I'll talk to you offline. So again, give us the information about the event, the date, the time, and the website that you would.
Absolutely. Again, we welcome everyone and please come and support us because this is something for us about the power of us. And it is the National Black Men in Leadership Conference. It is taking place on Thursday, December the 4th at Huntington Place right here in downtown Detroit. You can find more information at theunitycollaborative.org. I really appreciate you all. Thank you
Yes,
so
this
much.
is great work. Yes, everybody give Miss Darlene King Turner. You got a strong name, okay, too. So you're doing some strong stuff. We super appreciate you. You guys have been listening to the Wake Up Call with Horace Sheffield and friends. You see, it's just friends today, and we got some strong Black men coming up next. We always have Manifest Wellness on the third Saturday. Yeah, this is the third Saturday, y'all. Bear
Fourth.
with me.
It's the fourth Saturday.
It's the fourth Saturday.
It is.
Oh Jesus!
It's all good.
It's 5 Saturdays this
This
month.
month,
Okay,
yeah.
praise the Lord. All right. Yes. So we appreciate y'all. Thank you, everybody.
And Detroit as always.
We love you.
We love you. Yes, thank you.
Headphones, Doc. They said no. Testing.
Testing.
Testing. 1 2 1 2.
No headphones. No headphones.
What up, y'all?
Usually we hear a commercial, but none of that. We just. Oh, we're going. Oh, only through YouTube.
So, what's the new section there where brothers sitting there with the video screens? What's that for? Oh, okay. I see my face over there. Check it out. Yeah. No, not you, bro. We're talking about the screens. My bad, bro.
What's the YouTube?
Okay.
It's 15. He said we on YouTube live this time. What's the YouTube channel that we can go to so we can send it out so people can view it? Are they doing this live?
Wow.
Wake Up Call Detroit.
Yeah. Without really. Yeah.
Testing 1 2 1 2. 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 I say, Doc, we gotta get fancy like this.
Yeah, we got to send in
The first of the year, yeah, we gotta.
Yeah, we can't
Get a fly. We about to find that out. Maybe the Juro, huh?
Gerald, can you send the email to Andrea to let us know where we can send the headshots to, so we can create, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think she has a logo for Manifest Wellness and everything. Okay, understood. Where we at?
I don't even know. Are we just?
We just go.
Welcome. Okay.
Welcome Manifest Wellness. I guess we're so used to cut in.
For the music, the commercial break.
But there's no commercial break.
So we just going live. No commercial breaks. No nothing.
No commercial breaks. So we just flowing. Yeah. So welcome back, fellas. How you doing? How you feeling?
Good morning, Detroit. What's up?
Thank
Good
you for our crowd
morning,
that's here.
Detroit. Good morning.
Good morning. It's a lot different, man. Our studio
it's
looks
a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rev and
We under
crew
construction.
one-upping us with the beautiful
the background scenery with the
background,
image behind. Yeah,
That's a
with
good
the
shout.
flyer.
Good shout.
So I think we gonna be coming next, first of the year, right?
We
We're gonna have a backdrop with an image, huh?
We got one more
Oh
show
yeah, we got
this
one
year.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
So,
one more. Maybe
I
we
like
can do
new
it next
stage,
month.
new
huh?
everything. This is cool.
I liked it,
I
yeah.
appreciate all the construction
Yeah.
and the renovation going in here.
I love it. I
y'all can
love it.
see it, but yeah, fella, I know we got to talk about a few things. Last time, since we convened with one another, we got our first female about past time. We got our first female mayor, so let's clap it up for Mary.
Let's
Sheffield.
give her a applause for her
That's
for
like,
the first.
Let's not
first
make light of that at all.
Absolutely,
In this
that's a
city,
milestone.
I think in one of her
That's
speeches, she
history.
said, one of her speeches, she said it was like 300 some odd mayors of Detroit or some ridiculous number, and she's the first one. I'm like, wow.
Oh, since the city of Detroit has been established.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that
crazy.
part, but I can
Kind
see
of
that.
crazy.
I can see this
You know
around
what I'm
that
saying? I
time.
mean, part we understand like when women aren't able to vote and whatnot.
I can see that. I can see
Okay. Thanks for that, Joe. Part of it is, women not being able to vote for the longest time. But I was thinking back when she said that, I'm like, man, we had some powerhouses in our city, females that have done great work. Like, you remember Miriam Mahaffey?
phenomenal work.
Irma Henderson and
I
Barbara
can't hear
Rose
myself.
Collins, and like
Testing,
I'm like,
1 2,
dang, like
testing,
none
1
of
2,
them women
testing,
got
1
an
2.
opportunity.
Testing, 1 2.
Yeah, I just found that kind of crazy, but
Testing,
you
1
know,
2.
like I had to,
Testing, 1 2.
in my time in
Testing,
media,
1 2.
I have to say that,
Testing, 1
it
2.
was
Testing,
earned
1
and not
2.
given. Like, we do have a city
Mic
where
check.
you'll
Testing,
see,
1 2.
generations of families, earning positions or being nepoed into positions. But like, she really, you want to say, got it out the mud. Like, I remember her coming down and campaigning at the stations and them kind of dogging her, kind of saying, oh, that's just Sheffield's daughter. And then she got in and was, for lack of a better phrase, like low on the totem pole. you know, when she got in the office, and she was grinding. And while she was in there, it was all kind of craziness going on. Folks getting thrown in jail. Remember here the rash of city councils getting in trouble and going to prison, like federal prison, like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And she just kept on just doing her thing, kept on one foot in front of the other, right? Then you had folks in, you know, scared, like in the middle of like you guys know because you all are in the trenches, but in the middle of like East Side wars and folks not getting on, she rolled up her sleeves and did the Occupy the Block when it wasn't really popular. And you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm kind of, you know, that's another subject. I'm kind of upset that that a lot of the young people, young voters didn't come out en masse and vote for her. I was surprised about that because like she's really been like in the trenches with them, trying to hold them down. Here's some book bags, here's some shoes, here's your favorite artist, here's the conversation that you need to have. So
I concur.
You know, it was earned and burned.
I concur. I mean, she's one of the, in my opinion, she's been one of the most visible city council persons that we have on the bench that can touch all ages.
Sure.
In my opinion. Now, all ages. I mean, from the young, I mean, all the way up to the seniors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's been that type of person. And to take it a little further, she's been the one that can touch all, I mean, from, let me say it from this vernacular, from the hood people to the professional people.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, she's hands down.
I would actually categorize her as a hybrid mayor. One of the ones, to your point, who can touch every intercept of Detroit life.
Absolutely.
And when you have that
white collar, blue collar,
and when you have that ability, when you have that innate skill set, and I concur. And I just want to make sure that we understand name recognition is okay if you put in the work.
True.
So just because
can you say that again once again,
name
Dr. Scott?
recognition
earned and burned.
is okay.
Absolutely. I like
if
that.
you put in the work.
For sure. Earned and burned.
And to your point, you know, she didn't just rely on her laurels of her pedigree.
The name, absolutely.
She came in, rolled up her sleeves. I have, you know,
Put in the work.
I've worked with her on community projects.
I have too.
And of course, as I belong to the greatest fraternity on the planet, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. We have
some feedback a little
we
bit.
have, you know, we've worked.
You may get some feedback, Dr.
In
Scott.
the trenches with her.
You have to let people talk
on several occasions.
Like when they say the sky is green and you know it's blue, you just gotta let them say it's green.
You know, we've let her. We've done work, but I think also when we talk about, you know, her being this transformational mayor, it's two different types of leadership. You have transactional, where you just go through, you know,
just doing a job, going through the motions,
and it's transformational. I think that she's on the was set on the precipice as being a transformational mayor. So all kudos to her. And I'll go, but I had lost my train of thought, but it came back.
Go ahead.
You talk about you were disappointed in the low voter turnout for young folks. Let's be not dismayed. It was a low voter turnout, period.
Yes,
overall,
in general.
This is still a reverberation from the presidential. 72 million. We cannot express that 72 million people did not vote.
Right.
In the presidential election.
I don't think I really knew that. I don't think I should know. I didn't know that. That's
ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. But what it speaks to, and I truly believe that this is my subjective, minute opinion, that our culture, the Black culture, has become so disenfranchised with our political machinery that we're like, vote for what? It ain't like my grandparents.
But that's my point. It's like because I'm trying to get. I'm getting to a point. That's why I led there because you know I text you all what we want to talk about here. But that's what I'm kind of getting to. Like, all right, you see her. She came down here with you, and not just like
and been down there
when it didn't benefit. Like I'm already in office, and I don't seek re-election for a little bit of time. So like you said, I could be transactional, but I'm out here in the middle of the 48205 when it was a war, when it was a straight, we already know, a straight war. Right. I'm out here, I got the book bags, I got community resources, I got shoes, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying here to say to buy your vote. I'm here to say to capture your attention, to you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so when
And people gonna
have-
put their spin on it, whatever. So you know what I'm saying. People
Yeah.
gonna put their spin on it. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
But what I'm saying, you were saying the transformational, like we now, like, and even shout out to Pastor Solomon Kinlock Jr. because even though he lost, you finally had people who actually stand up for your community, people that you actually can touch.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like Coleman Young was from the city. We love him. You could touch him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Kwame, despite his ills, he was from the, you could touch him. You
Absolutely.
could see.
And truly
that
was
in
the
him.
first hybrid mayor we had.
Yes.
Crossover mayor.
You can see that. You can
Yeah.
see that. And so now, like, you can see
Relatable.
that with her as well. It's earned and burned. And
Right.
so it's like, dog, come repay the favor. I'm here. I've been here for you all now. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's where's this disenfranchisement with the community? And if I can kind of segue to what we was talking about, it makes me wonder, like, the care that we have for one another as a whole. I'm kind of for the crowd. I was talking to my bros this morning. I said I wanted to. We definitely were already going to talk about all the great things with Mary. We have some other things to talk about as well. But it was on my heart. I don't know how many of you all on social media, but in the last week, are you all familiar with the Chicago bullying incident that happened in the last week? Oh, so okay, some are, some aren't. Okay, so to try to not be long-winded, because I can, I'm gonna be quick about it. A mother who I believe was pregnant and had sickle cell was walking her 9-year-old and like 5, 6, or 7 9-year-old boy and 5 or 6, 7-year-old daughter home from school. She's walking them home, one, because it's the Shy and they living in the South Side particular community. But this boy has been doing some bullying incidents. Like, we may have all had a kids fight after school, but this one was way different. It was literally about, it's just this family, and you can see how she's walking gingerly. She's slight of build. They're not, small little thing. And this group of kids, his boys, girls, whatever, his age and older, surrounding them, taunting them, trying to fight them, and then they attack them. They literally attack this mom, daughter, and son, fighting the mom, throwing him on the ground, throwing the son on the ground on the pavement in between the curb and the elevation between the curb and a street where you break your neck, throwing and stomping his face and kicking the mom, just jumping all on her. And at one point you could see that the 9-year-old couldn't do any. There was a gate because everybody they were walking home and they did schoolyards or whatever. On a regular residential street. Excuse me, it makes me flustered. But at one point you could see the 9-year-old just all he can do is hold his mom and his sister like this against the gate while he's getting beat by his peers, by his community, young girls, young boys just beating on a family. And I'm sitting here thinking, like,
6th, 7th, and 8th graders.
Like, I'm surprised because it's not like we don't hear and see all this violence. But at what point did we become desensitized to think that, okay, that's a mom? I can talk. You heard kids talk smack to a mom, but I'm gonna jump on this pregnant mom who obviously is having trouble moving, period. You can see something is wrong with her. I'm gonna jump on this innocent 5, 6, 7-year-old. I'm gonna jump on it and I'm gonna record it and I'm gonna taunt it and and it's just, it's beyond a shame. If those things actually affect you, like, you may not want to watch it. You may want someone to tell you, because you look at it, it is just essential. Like, who raised these people? And it's not, you can see if it was just one. We all had that one kid, and who was just came from that background where he was liable to get in anybody's face. But when it's 20, 25 people and they all say at the same time, this is the right thing to do. No one said, whoa. Stop. Nobody said stop.
I don't understand it. I mean, I was in a barbershop just on yesterday and we was having this conversation. One thing that I love about going to the barbershop, of course, is not to get my hair cut, but I go really for the conversation.
Yeah.
And that was the focus of the conversation on yesterday. And I could testify, like, I remember when I was in Cooley High, even in middle school. I'm going to take it back to middle school. Yeah. Middle school. I did some foolish stuff. And it wasn't nothing but the grace of God, but I did some foolish stuff. But one thing that I didn't do, I didn't do no foolish stuff in front of parents. If I seen a parent getting ready to walk into their school, it was no profanity that I used. Unfortunately, I used to gamble. We used to be gambling outside. As soon as we seen parents pull up, we stopped what we was doing. I don't know how we get to the level where we just disrespect like that. Like, there's no way out of all of the foolish stuff that I did when I was around that, because they say they was around the age category is 12 to about 15.
So wait a
And
minute,
that
a
12
15-year-old was jumping?
No,
A
I'm
9-year
sorry.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry. The age category ranged from who was physically assaulting the mother and her children, range from 8 to 12 years of age.
Right.
That's sad.
That's sad.
Yeah.
And even though, like I say, when we was doing some stupid stuff, and like I say, some stupid stuff, but it wasn't nothing but God, I always respected parents. Like, always respecting an adult. Where do you get? It bothers me when I seen that on Tuesday. I'm like,
it should.
what is going on?
It should bother you, but I want to say something.
And can I take it a little further? Even, and we talked about this, even at the game with the I took my daughter to the game last month. With what was it, the month before, with Cass and
King.
Cass and King
Wayne
down there at Wayne State.
Yeah.
That was mind-boggling for me, because I'm seeing young fellas just running up with no regard for law enforcement.
Yeah,
It was like law enforcement within 10 feet. And they just disregarding. I grew up in the era when you seen the law, you ran the opposite way. We didn't run towards them and still try to do what we did. We ran the opposite way. And so, Dr. Scott, I got to ask you a question. What is going in the mindset of how these brothers, and I ain't going to even just say brothers, because I'm saying the sisters too.
It was bro.
Yeah,
it was some of the main instigators. Okay, all right, bro. I'm sorry.
So there's a myriad of variables to come into play. I am a baby boomer generation. You know, baby boomers are from 46 to 64. I fall in the latter category, and I truly believe. I'm just going to make 3 quick salient points. The first point I want to make is that from starting with my generation, we have, unfortunately, much to my chagrin, engaged in a very deleterious parenting style.
Okay, look.
Define that for me.
Hey,
Doc.
thank you, Richie. You're doing it, bro. Good job, bro.
A negative
I know where
downward
you're going.
spiral.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
We want to become our children's friends.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. We want to spoil our children.
Yeah.
We want to just give them everything and not have them earn it. These children have no resiliency. There's some behavioral issues as well.
Yeah.
That's my first. The second thing is that we have to understand that because of that, those lack of parenting skills, that we have continuously handed down generational parenting that is not parenting. The TV, the phone, social media has become the parent. Absolutely.
The parent.
So with that becomes an erosion and eradication of traditional morals.
parenting. Okay.
Traditional respect. In addition, we have to also understand that our children live in a social media, a digital world. So it is so much environment, so much external influence coming into their world that when they see this is how you handle a situation, and then they're coming from a situation where they live in domestic violence, they live in a situation where disputes are handled physically. You know,
that's the only way to respond.
Exactly. So we watch that. So it's a combination, and I hate to say it. Also, our young females are becoming more violent.
Way more.
They are becoming much more violent. We just had a situation on the greatest fraternity again at one of our Founders Day party, and it was a young lady that had to be deal with because of her maladaptive behavior. So when you say this,
not great at all.
And I was thinking about this driving in, how people say, "Oh, I'm just appalled and I'm just so shocked." Where are the parents? That's the whole point. That is the whole point. To your point,
they at the Q party fighting,
and to your point,
and recording and say, "How this how I fight at the Q party."
To your point, for you to say, as a 8th grader, 7th grader, that I am going to attack an adult.
That's the point.
Pregnant.
And listen, the thought would not have entered into my mind.
That's the point.
Back then, because I know what's waiting on me.
Absolutely.
I know what's waiting on me. But when you have no fear,
yeah.
Listen to what I'm saying. And I'm not saying this is across the grand scheme.
Uh-huh.
But what I'm saying, there are some young kids who have absolutely
No respect, no
no
regard.
fear
Yep.
of adults that made them,
That's true.
they live with,
That's true.
or police. So when you have that mindset that you don't care about the people you live with or created you, what you think me and you got coming?
Nothing. Sister, thank you so much for. I know we had to give our takes.
I need
Please,
to-
yeah, say your name and
Okay.
let us know what's on your mind.
Okay, my name is Joy Alexander.
How you see Sister
Uh,
Alexander?
The point about the mother, from what I gathered, that her stomach had been affected by the sickle cell, and everybody
Okay,
thought
that's
that
what it
she
was.
was pregnant.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
But my thing is the young lady who spearheaded, the young girl that spearheaded this incident, the only reply that she had was that she was a cheerleader. She was a scholar, a student. When they showed her picture, the young lady that spearheaded this, when they showed her picture, she was wiping her eyes, but there were no tears. I had much compassion for the mother and for the children. As I was standing here, I was thinking, who's my brother's keeper? Was the parent teaching? Some of this is coming from the young parents.
That's
and some
true.
of them are encouraging their children
Absolutely.
to be violent.
Absolutely.
And so
That's true.
it's going to start, as the young man
I was
said, it starts
wondering.
with the
I was wondering.
parents.
Some people are. Was it a gang initiation? Was he from another neighborhood? And these kids were young. You know.
No.
I don't even think it was gang initiation or anything of that. I think it was just blatant disrespect and disregard for just life.
Human life. Thank you.
And you know, and I hate to
I'm
say
sorry,
this.
please keep-
I hate to say this because you make a great point. I want to. And here's the thing. I don't know who told our culture, especially when I see young women bring their children to school, pajama pants, a shirt with no bra, hair bonnets, and Crocs.
Yeah.
That is not, in my opinion. I mean, do what you want
It's
to.
not
When you come to school, when you're bringing your child to school like that, then your teacher tell you something that happened, and you come up there and tell it. Now you want to handle the teacher, and you filming yourself to come up there to deal with your. Don't talk to my child like this. So, did you watch this? It is to your point. You're absolutely correct. Because they're getting that at home, they're getting it reinforced. At home, and I want to say this too, because I don't want to just throw our young children away. I really don't. I really feel compassion. You said you feel compassion for the mother and the children. I also feel compassion for those young children involved in that type of behavior, because I am a firm believer that we learn and model everything that we exhibit.
Learn behavior.
We learn and model everything we exhibit. My Bible tells me my people perish for a lack of knowledge. Where there is no vision, people perish. So and you cannot model what you don't possess. If you don't possess compassion, forgiveness, and love, you can't display it. You have to have that innate, inherent quality within your very being.
Brother Alexander?
It has a lot to do with the parents. It has a lot to do with
I
the
agree.
parents.
It does.
And we have young parents who are telling their children to take a knife to school.
That is true. That happened here, right?
You know,
That's true.
And so it goes with the mentality. And also, you know, I think we have forgotten about the neighbors are like a village. The village is important too, and encouraging children to do. If the parents are, we see things, we say it, we speak up.
But that's even sparingly now. When you say neighborhood, we don't even use it. We call it just the hood. You know, and like who are neighbors? Who? And sometimes, do you want to know your neighbors?
Right there, Dr.
You know what
Scott.
I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's something really to explore, because that's a powerful statement. What you just said.
Listen,
how you take the word neighborhood, which entails the traditional model of what the neighborhood consists of, but we don't utilize the neighborhood no more. That terminology, the hood.
Yeah, you don't even use neighbor. What's up, brother? You say your name, let us know.
First of all, my name is Cedric Tooks.
What's up, brother Tooks?
I did 47
Good morning.
years.
And you
with
clean.
something I didn't do.
First of all, you clean as a machine out here, bro. Like clean.
I'm on a mission, bro.
I hear it.
Uplifting humanity by any means necessary. We are raising right now 100 mentors up under the integrate 313, returning citizens to returning hope.
Uh-huh.
And I feel y'all.
I think I cut you off. You say you're a returning citizen?
Yeah, I did 47 years for something I didn't do.
Lord
But
Jesus.
this is
Well,
the
we're
number
glad
one-
you're home.
This is the
bro.
number one
Glad
key.
you're home. Yeah.
This is the number one key. In unity. How pleasant it is for brothers and sisters to drill
Real.
together in unity.
Mhm.
Why is unity so important? East side, west side, north side, south side, everybody. The mentors is going to be the aid and assist
Absolutely.
these young men and young women that y'all talking about.
Absolutely.
Now, I had a vision in prison, and right now I'm living my vision, but it takes the village. And I'm like this here, I don't give up on nobody.
Absolutely.
I never did in prison. I'm not going to give up on them now. But the thing is, we must structure something that's going to be educational, beneficial, motivation, upliftment to the mass out here. Look, we can do it. Abraham,
Absolutely.
Isaac, Jacob, David,
Absolutely.
Jesus. I'm looking
Absolutely.
at 2-3. I'm
Yeah.
looking at this magnificent choir. We gonna do it by any
Absolutely.
means necessary.
Yeah.
But the number one key is, like I said, all the people that's listening, integrate 3103. We are looking for mentors. We're going to train you. And then we're going off 2026. We're going into communities. We're taking it back. Don't know young individuals should be running us like, y'all know we come up in the 60s and 70s.
Mhm.
It wasn't land like that. You
No
hear me?
question.
So listen to me and listen to me real good. As a member, I was a member, chairman of NAACP,
Mhm.
president of the Urban League,
Okay.
president of the National Lifers, pastor, and chairman of the Warden Forum.
Mhm.
My life is dedicated to service.
Mhm.
So, see, I don't talk the talk, I walk the walk.
Yes.
See, and the walk is this here. We're going to uplift the west side, east side. So, once again, integrate 313. Check us out. Come and join us. And we're going to make it happen in 2026, 27, 28, 29. We're going to make it happen. Bless you, beloved brothers. Bless the choir. I had to go. Praise
Thank
Him.
you. Thank
All
you.
right.
All right.
Thank you,
Appreciate
brother.
it,
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
Brother Hicks, I want to just talk on what Brother Hicks just said. First of all, welcome home. Also, when we talk about making a change, we have to use the individuals who have navigated that space before. We talk about peers. That's one thing about NA and AA. One thing I took from them is they say that the therapeutic value of one addict helping another is without parallel.
Mhm.
The therapeutic value of one anything, domestic violence survivor, cancer survivor, divorce survivor,
Mhm.
the therapeutic value of any person who has survived any vicissitude of life
Mhm.
is unparalleled
Mhm.
with what they can do to help someone else. To the brother's point that when you do that much time incarcerated, and for those who have been in those spaces, we understand, what the behavior in individuals on that trajectory look like immediately because we have been there. A person with PTSD, schizophrenia, anxiety, depression, whatever you suffer from, you don't have to be a clinician to recognize signs and symbols
Yeah.
of a person who's suffering from something you suffer from.
Absolutely.
I don't need you to come diagnose. I know what that behavior. I know what
No,
that
it is.
is.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I know
Absolutely.
what that is. So we have to use individuals who have been there, and by God's grace and mercy, have been delivered, not overcome. I'm talking about delivered. See, God delivered me from some things.
Same, man.
Because before anybody ever called me Dr. Scott, they called me a whole bunch of other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And whatever that whole bunch of other stuff you want to put in there, I guarantee you it's applicable. So we need to understand that the journey is just as important as the destination.
Yeah.
And sometimes the lessons in the journey
Yeah.
gonna equip you more
That's the growth.
than that destination.
That's the
growth.
growth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trust and believe. Because my experience taught me way more.
Yeah.
Even though my academia gave me the pedigree to work and walk in the anointing of Dr. Scott. Trust me.
Yeah.
Them adjectives before then gave me a
Absolutely.
whole lot
Same
of
here.
different education practices.
Hey,
Brother
same
Barry,
here,
trust and
brother.
believe me.
Same here.
Wait. Did you see that look at the end? It was like, yeah, it went to a particular thought.
I wouldn't always pass the pencil as well. I thank God for deliverance as well, and that's my prayer for these brothers and sisters who's out here just blatantly just have no regard for life.
Well,
in
you don't
general.
have no hope. And
I mean, because we come into
that's
a place that's true too.
That's the thing, brother. I hate to say that. I do hate to say that, but when you don't, when you don't have no never hope, seen hope or
lack
love,
hope, yeah.
You know, I mean, I mean, and it's very, and I'm gonna go back to this most therapeutic sense because I grew up without a father.
Mm-hmm.
That does not exempt me or prevent me from just taking a pass and saying, okay,
absolutely,
I can't be
totally, absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? I can't. And now I have been an absent father at times. You understand? I haven't been the best father at times.
Right.
But one thing I took seriously is being a father.
Right.
I take it being a father now to grown kids.
Right.
You know, so you don't never stop being a father, even if that was missing in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have to stop making excuses for our own destiny. You know, this is the cards that life gave you. Play them. Play them. We are the most resilient culture ever.
We are.
Bar none. Not taken away from any other. There is no more resilient culture
than the African American
than
culture.
black people.
Absolutely.
Than black people.
Totally
And when you say that, it brings me to like when you want to think about the whole like 183, you know, just whole cyclical thing of it. The way the community came around them immediately. You know,
I saw that too. Yeah.
So I don't know the end and it's still going on, but what the community did was the very next day you had hundreds of people up at the school. And I'm not necessarily looking for a vigilante style for those kids, but looking for those kids, looking for the answers, looking for the parents, because like, how dare you? How you had what kind of audacity? Like, who raised you? Who said this was okay? And then local community members, I think they raised this family like $200,000 and got them out of that community into immediately within like 24 to 48 hours. Wow. Got them out of that neighborhood. So,
and see, hold on,
go ahead, brother.
And this is what I'm talking about. When we want to write a narrative about black people being less qualified or criminal and all this type of stuff, when you see that type of response
within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't tell me
what we can't do.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So then the question is, because I'm glad we're on the same road.
Yeah.
Why is it that has to be in
order
for us to flip the switch? How can we get to where it's like a consciousness, a collective consciousness that we can port ourselves this way? We don't go that way.
Absolutely. I'm going to push back slightly. I'm going to say it happens more than the media wants to project it. The media wants to just project this instance.
And it's happening
to continue to promulgate and perpetuate the stereotype of a certain culture. That's why it's so easy to say, I'm going to send the National Guard to DC, in Baltimore, in Memphis, in Chicago, in Detroit, if they just ask me.
Yeah.
That's why we have to see. You got to look at the big scheme of things.
Yeah.
Because we do this in community churches. Black churches have been doing this all across.
All the time. Feeding thousands of people every
week. So we've been doing this. We've been helping people in need. Communities have been helping people in need. Divine Nine has been helping people in need.
That's what I'm getting for. I'm looking at not those who have already submitted to an oath, whether it's to the church body or that sister right there.
We got
that brother right there. Just feeling like it's just our innate duty.
We got PTA. We got block clubs in Detroit that are still vibrant. We got block clubs
and been vibrant.
Have never stopped.
Absolutely.
Been vibrant.
Never stopped.
You know, we have these things. We have to take ownership of what and how we are viewed, and we have to put an end to having people dictate.
That's real.
I think what it is that the model is there, the block clubs is there, the resources are there. We have to get this younger generation, I think that would be defined as Generation X, to get
No,
reconnected.
these are Zers and Zers and alphas.
Yeah, I think they might be in the betas now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think we something like that now. Yeah,
man.
I think we had to get
slow.
them to get re-engaged. Because as I was having this conversation yesterday at the barber shop, not only if we having issues as it relate to some of these juveniles doing what they're doing, but if you recall lately within the last year, 2 years, there's been a spike on sons murdering their mothers or young kids murdering. I'm like, where's this coming?
True.
And I understand about mental health and everything, but it's just some things. It's just
I think some people related back to what he was saying. These electronics and this.
Absolutely.
I mean, you touching your mother, you physically assaulting your mother, you shooting and killing your mother just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 weeks or the week before or something, whatever time frame it was. A guy shot and killed his mother.
Yeah.
2 weeks, a month before that, I know the family because I was there at the funeral. Shot and killed his wasn't his biological mother, but it's like we have to. I don't understand it.
No,
I don't understand it because, like I say, coming from my ear, and like I say, this my testimony how God delivered me. We did some stupid stuff, but I had regards for family. I had regards for mothers, regards for fathers, any adult who came around. When I did what I was doing, whether we was gambling, whether we was doing some stupid stuff, we stopped what we was doing. Just out of respect.
Yeah.
Out of respect.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Sharon Pandel.
Hey, Mother Sharon.
I raised 2 boys by myself.
Mhm.
You got to put the fear in them. My kids will never disrespect the older person. They are professionals and they know how to treat people. And we got to get back to teaching our kids how to respect each other because it's not fair for us seniors out here either.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
Pence know me.
Absolutely.
I got a federal agent downtown and one did 25 years in the Army.
Yeah.
I raised them by myself. I was up
All
in
by
school
herself,
like I was
single
a
mom.
teenager. I walked up in Chatsey and told them to move because I had to get back to Southfield.
I used to coach in Chassis. I ain't playing with you. Chassis. Chassis ain't no joke.
I seen Coach Spann at the funeral. But I walked up in Chatsey and the teacher told me, you got to go to office. I said, girl, move. Because I got to get back to Southfield. I done snuck out of a job.
I mean,
to gangland.
It's just
Chassis was gang land.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Was it? Okay.
Man, because you got the mix right in that corridor. You basically southwest, but then you right off the
Oh,
old
so
west
right there,
side. So
yeah.
you got
Them
McGraw
right,
and a lot of black dudes.
Oh,
You got
right
south
there.
of McGraw. You got a lot of Latinos.
Okay.
And then you may have some, folks, Arabic, Middle Eastern folks. So
Okay.
it was dicey.
Okay.
Dicey.
But I think it goes back to Dr. Scott, what you were saying. I mean, it's parental neglect has always been prevalent, unfortunately. But this parental neglect is gone to another level.
Yeah.
You know,
and just face it. We live in a very of course we have this very volatile, very acrimonious political climate that we're in right now.
Yeah.
Right.
And even if you say you're not in that space, the reverberations do impact us. You have a school system, public education school system, that however you feel about it, there's so many things. There's only so much that the school system can do.
Absolutely. That's always my take.
Absolutely.
That's how I
because
advocate.
even if you go send that child to school, and I just had this conversation a week ago during our achievement week, we had our Black young male mentoring panel or session. And the young man said, it was, what happens when he had a gun in his book bag at 12 years old. He said, to protect himself when he went to school, he said, but what happens when you go home to that environment that is
I understand that.
Truly, that underscores everything.
When I talk about my testimony, I understand when the brother saying he's 12 years of age.
Absolutely.
Because you got to walk through the neighborhood. You talking about gangs. I had to walk through Pearton and Finkel to get the 6 mile from Cooley.
Yeah, and of course.
So I can relate. But when I seen an adult, we didn't do none of that. They utilize this terminology, say, when I see my ops or when I see my enemy, it's on site. We didn't do that.
Yeah.
If wasn't no on site.
I will tell you, I was living over there at that time. I went to Redford, so I would go from
So you know
Finkel
what
and Wyoming,
absolutely.
past Cooley. It's a lot going on.
Yeah,
It's
it was a lot going
that
on.
corner.
So I can identify with a 12-year-old saying, I'm not saying it's right. Let me make this clear. I'm not saying it's right, but I can understand his rationale. Like, I gotta walk through this neighborhood. And I know what this neighborhood consists of because I had to do the same thing. And my dad was part of law enforcement, but I carried just for protection because I had to deal with, like I say, Puritan. I'll stay on 6 Mile. So I'm on Finkel, Cooley High School, Finkel.
You got FMKs, you got PAs.
Then I got Schoolcraft that's
Yep,
coming in. I got all these different neighborhoods.
Yeah, Cooley.
It was just for protection. But one thing, like I said, one thing that we did when we seen adults, we did not do anything. We stopped automatically.
Yeah.
Automatically.
So
we gave them their respect. If we was out there doing what we was doing, as soon as the dogs walked in that store, we was outside at that store gambling outside the store. As soon as the dogs pulled up, we stopped what we was doing automatically. Unfortunately, I don't see that, and I'm not generalizing all of our young boys and young girls because there's some phenomenal young boys and young girls that is excelling, is doing some phenomenal things. In my opinion, I believe the future looks bright with with the people who I see, these young people I see. But for some of these gentlemen and some of these young ladies, it's just no regard for life. There's no reason why we should be having incidents with people, young boys is up there killing your mom, shooting and killing your mom, physically assault. That in my neighborhood, if we caught you doing something like that, you was gonna get it before the police came and got you. We didn't play that, and it's just certain things. I was talking, like I say, yesterday at the barbershop yesterday. Got a brother who did like 20 years. He was a known gangster in the city of Detroit. He like, what has happened?
We get into,
you see what I'm saying?
We get into a civilization of barbarism.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna stop because I want to talk about I experienced something that shows who we are at the roots, but you know, when it talks to being civil. But go ahead. How you doing, Sergeant? You had something you want to say?
Yeah, I just want to say I tried to show you this earlier.
Yeah.
About spouse abuse, like the program y'all had last month.
Last month.
This is the orders that they gave to me as being the sergeant of the police department for my troops about the spouse abuse procedures. An officer have the right to arrest without a warrant and may in the following 3 conditions: when the officer have probable cause to believe that a person has been assaulted, or battery, or aggravated assault has been taken place, whether or not it was within his presence. So that, in other words, when you went to a spouse abuse thing and that was an injury there, you was authorized to make an arrest to take that person into custody at that time. And the violator, the spouse or the former spouse or the victim or a person of the opposite sex residing having recently, in the household of the victim. And when the officer had probable cause to believe that all of the following exists, is a preliminary injunction that had been issued proceeding to the situation of a divorce action. And a certified copy of the injunction of the proof of service is on that person that's filed with the Notification Law Control Center. So in other words, anytime you go into a home or anytime at any time that there's evidence that there's some violence has happened, who is authorized to make an arrest. And that was the following orders. And about these kids out here now, basically this is methanol and all these different things out here in the street now. The drugs
That's
is
true.
control.
That's an
aspect.
That's what I
right
said.
there.
There's a lot of things that play in this role. We don't understand kids that are vaping and smoking weed. They think that because weed is legal now.
Oh, you know what the new thing is now? Because
bath salts.
What's that?
No, the bath.
the new thing is this oxygen capsule. that you-
Oxycontin?
Yeah, that
Oh, that
you
ain't
can
new.
go. You can
That's
go
not
in
new.
any gas station
Oh, yeah,
and
the
buy it.
capsules.
And then,
You're
What's the
talking.
new
You're
thing
talking
you talking
about.
about?
You're talking
Those are
about. Not the nitrous oxide.
oxide.
That's
Yeah,
you on point, Ty.
Nitrous oxide.
And that's
Yeah.
not new either. But it's what's happening now is
just
kids are getting
explain,
hold of
Brother
the
Barry,
or the raver drugs.
Brother Barry, could you please explain?
Okay,
what
so
that is?
nitrous
If
oxide.
you see those little capsules laying in the street,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, they're all
you'll
over
see
everywhere.
little small little
bottles.
tubular
Silver,
silver capsule or different colors capsule just laying in the street.
Laying in the
What's
And
the
it's
name of this
nitrous oxide. And you
Nitrous
can get it in
You can
you
purchase
can
it
go
at
to the gas station
stations
right now
right
and get it
now,
right now.
yeah.
And it comes in this, you think it's like some aerosol for some household or do your tire. No, they
Uh-huh.
take the cap and they suck on the cap.
Uh-huh.
And if when I'm here, they say you hear Pac-Man sounds, they say your eyes go, and so it's a party drug. So
Wow.
what kids are getting hold of now are these party drugs that used to be just for not to marginalize people, for more of a white culture and raver parties and all,
Gotcha. I got you. Yeah.
and stuff like that. So to get in
Okay.
that train, and they're just using it now, and these kids are just bugging out because you can just go to the store and buy it
hallucination
with
and
your
everything.
Fago. Give me Fago some chips
Okay.
and that can right there. And
So
and
that's
now
the
you
new
walk
thing
out.
now?
Yeah, like you will just
Okay.
just
And it's
go
everywhere.
around. You
It's
see
everywhere.
around store. You
I see 'em.
sometimes you'll see them in clusters.
I see
Oh,
them
yeah, that's
littered.
the
I see
biggest
them
thing
littered
that's going on now.
in Southfield. I see them
Oh,
littered.
wow.
Oh yeah, I mean it's
Wow.
it's everywhere. Yeah,
and
yeah.
and to the point now where
And
not
you don't
gonna
have to
mention
be
them- I'm not gonna
18
mention
to
no
purchase
name,
it?
but someone that we know collectively, their
Do you have to
child.
be 18 to purchase it? Bill?
No,
No, you
No.
don't have to be age.
no, bro, you just gotta go and just like let me get
Yeah.
this $2 $4 chips,
Yeah.
this Fago, and that can right there, just like that.
See, that's
Yeah, like it's
Well, you don't realize people. So some guys even drink canned heat. That cough syrup. Cough
Yeah,
syrup.
yeah, they doing it. That's
I'm
heroin.
familiar with that.
That's
yeah.
heroin. And so
But I
now
never heard
it's
of
like,
this
you
one.
know, what?
I never heard of that. What you
The
just
nitrous?
said.
The
Yeah.
nitrous?
Yeah.
And then there was
Oh.
the thing. What were
Oh,
those
man,
bath
just look
salts?
around on
What was the
the
name of
streets,
that?
you see 'em laying down.
Not
They-
Kratom.
I mean,
That's it. Kratom.
Yeah.
What's the name?
Yeah.
of it?
Kratom, the 10
Kratom,
of
yeah,
them,
yeah,
one
yeah,
little
exactly.
spot.
Yeah. So it's like people doing all, it's like it also speaks to let's see how much time we got.
You got like
How
10 minutes.
how have we gotten to a point where we've lost our civility where
Well,
I know there's always been drugs, but
I
the
don't
way
think we've
these
lost
young
our
folks
civility. I think that I don't think we've lost our
Standard,
civility.
I think.
I believe that we have become a much more, in certain areas, certain instances, violent, nonverbal. We have become, we have lost our ability in certain situations to communicate. And I always stress, especially to our young black men, and now even to our young black females, that I think one of the most salient characteristics or traits or attributes that we can have is to teach our young men how to be able to articulate under time when they're under duress.
Yeah.
Because when we can't
Cognitive reasoning.
when we guys
Yeah,
absolutely when we can't express ourselves, as far as, hey brother man, because we're responding with the energy that's being brought to us
At the lowest level, at the guttural level.
exactly. And if we
Yeah,
don't know
primal.
how to level set, water seeks its own level.
Absolutely.
So if you coming at me at the gutter, and the young lady mentioned the young lady who was a cheerleader who was attacking this woman. Good people can do bad things. I'm one of them. Trust and believe me. Good people can do bad things.
Pressure.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just the environment, the variables that align themselves in that moment, because this is what happens when you allow your emotional brain to overpower to your point, your cognitive and analytical brain. That's when you engage in behavior that 3 to 5 minutes can change the entire trajectory of your life.
That's true.
Ask them young people.
I say
ask
3
them
to 5 seconds now. I don't even say minutes now.
But then too, you got to realize what happened in this here city. Back in the day, we had a governor. I can't recall his name now, closed up all our
Oh yeah,
community
absolutely.
mental health.
It did.
That was English.
Engler.
That was
We
English.
could mention this.
He
Yeah.
closed up everything.
Yes,
and
he
we got
did.
people
Yes, he
walking
did.
around
Yes,
that
he did.
used to get help.
Yep.
Don't
You're
get
absolutely,
help.
you're absolutely correct.
And when I worked homicide, the kids been killing their mothers.
And they
fathers
be,
for a
but it ain't
long
one just
time.
English.
Really?
I tell the
When the
truth.
grandmama didn't get that, didn't get her social security check, and that cat wanted to go buy that crack and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't have no money.
And it wasn't just him. The last two governors, including Whitmer, have
Yeah.
taken billions
Yeah.
from mental
yeah,
health.
mental health.
And
yeah,
not only
yeah.
our institutions is overloaded.
Absolutely.
They have no place to put in.
Well, that has become the new mental health institution. Is our prisons.
Yeah.
That has become
That's
that
exactly what it- absolutely.
that is our new mental health.
That's our new mental
Resource.
health
You put
facility
mental
now.
health in the prison, they don't get no help because there's nobody in there to give
It's
them.
just
So
exactly what Dr. Scott
everything
just
is
said.
this really
Because it's
backed
going
up.
because it's all at the end of the day, it's not going to turn a profit
And
to
then
help
one
you.
time, then one
Yeah.
one
Well,
time
they don't
we
want
had,
to.
Yeah.
one
What
time
happened?
out here on
They
the
don't want to.
streets, man, these people, they don't stop for red lights no more.
No.
They
Oh
just
yeah,
like-
the street lights are a suggestion.
they
Yellow
just-
means go faster. Stop means you a lame if you stop.
Yeah. Well, actually, the amber light, it's the same as the red light. It tells you to stop. You only have an exception when you're already into the intersection.
Mm.
But that amber light tells you to
I
stop.
believe we have
Now,
another
yes.
guest who wants to.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing
Hey,
this
how you
morning?
doing this week?
I had to get up here to just encourage you all, brothers, and tell you what a marvelous job y'all doing here at Daybo and how I thank God for y'all being upstanding citizens and brothers. You know, I was telling you the story years ago how I was abused because I just wanted to be married and I thought that it'd be the right thing to do and have somebody with my kids and stuff to help me raise my children. But it's people that's got mental problems. I mean, he took me out. I had a nervous breakdown and everything, but I seen y'all. So God just brought me back. I remember riding with my mom in her van, and she was I had Kirk Franklin and the Family on, and I just kept singing that tape, like telling her, Mom, put the tape back in and do this and just keep putting it back in. She kept putting that tape in till it broke, but it got me back to my right mind because a man did this to me. And then Saturday, I was just coming in the Daybo, and this guy, old man, and he was just being disrespectful, talking about, hey, how you doing? It was just saying hi in the morning. And he talking about, oh, I want to get in them pants. I'm like,
Whoa.
you don't even know me, you know, and just like, and they coming to eat breakfast. And my friend was like, you can't disrespect her like that. And it made me like get out of character, you know, and sometimes y'all know I don't like to cuss, but you know, sometimes
It's
you know
therapeutic.
how you
It's
feel
therapeutic.
when
It can't be
you,
therapeutic.
what you said, Doc?
It can't be therapeutic.
You know what I'm
You ain't
saying?
get it from
You
me,
know
but it
how-
can be therapeutic.
Now, I'm
He
just
said
gonna
therapeutic
say,
I never heard that, Doc, but I
like that.
you know, it's like, you know how it is when you want to cut somebody out.
He said, Doc said it's therapeutic.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But
Doc says therapeutic.
I'm telling you, it's like, come on. And I'm a lady and I'm coming in to get my breakfast
get this
because I
out.
want to be with my Daybo family. But I made something for y'all on a higher, better note. I got up and I did this for you. And I want you to enjoy this.
Thank you.
I love you so much. I think y'all gonna like it. I designed it. I told y'all
You
that
make
I'm gonna
hats.
get into the fabric.
Yeah, she make
It's
hats.
gonna be no, it ain't
Oh,
no
the hat,
hat
okay.
though. And so I think you're gonna like it. I redesigned clothes and this
Okay,
designer
yeah.
shirts, and I wanted you to
Yeah, that's all
have
right.
this so that when you go to the Lions game, it's a designer shirt.
Oh, thank you.
And it's gonna be, and so I'm telling
I'm
you.
gonna wear this on.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm gonna wear this on
Nice.
Thursday.
Yeah.
And so I'm
Thanksgiving.
gonna make the hat, but I didn't have your head sizes. So I
That's
wanted
nice.
That's
to
all right.
design the hat exactly how you want it. And then this, the only
That's nice.
shirts it is nobody else will have this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So,
That's all
so
right.
can
So
you
it's
provide the
one of a
listeners?
kind.
Can you provide the listeners? We got about 2 minutes. Can you provide?
I
Can
didn't.
you do this for us? can you provide for some who's interested in purchasing it? Can you provide your contact information? Your contact information. Go ahead.
And would I-
Because somebody may
would I
be
too wrong-
listening
would I
right
be
now.
too wrong? And I don't be outside of myself. We can't King School brother.
No. We good.
But
We are
I
good.
can do
We
yours,
good.
but I
I'ma
do
still-
custom
listen,
made.
first of all, I do not like the Lions.
But
hold on,
don't
Doc.
even talk to him no more.
Hold on, Doc.
He has mental health issues.
Now, this
as
is
well.
my boy, but Doc, you
But
Doc.
we can
Not
do
like the
you.
Lions. I'm a Steelers fan.
So we can do a Steelers. How about
I'm
that?
a
So we
Steelers
can
fan.
do
You
a
got beautiful. I
Steelers.
wouldn't
Doc.
have done that for him. I would've-
Doc, you
We
my
can do-
boy. Now
Yeah,
you
man.
done told me something.
Yeah, I don't like the Lions.
So we can do
Skip
the
the Lions.
Steelers for you.
I'm like
so,
you about to make me cuss now when it comes to the
So,
Lions.
It's therapeutic though, Doc.
you know, but I can we can order the
Yeah, I got
material
you. Thank
and
you.
we
That's-
can go
that's
from
no,
there.
I
you know?
because you
And
yeah, that's first
we
of all,
can do that.
that's very innovative and creative. Number one, and you did a marvelous job.
Thank you.
I'm happy for them because that is
And
really
then
nice.
I ain't had the tissue paper. I was just trying to get it here because I didn't want to miss y'all.
Oh, that's
But
fine.
we can do as long
He's-
as they a lot of the. Let me say this. A lot.
We got 30 seconds.
Okay.
I got to cut you off. We got to close out. I just want to say this. It just goes back to I can't say nothing without addressing who I am. I'm a believer in the word of God, and so I believe in his word. Proverbs 22:6 declares, train up a child
In the way
when
should
it
go.
is young, and when it is old, it shall not depart.
Absolutely,
That's what we got to continue to do.
absolutely.
Because if you train up a child when it is young, when it is old, it would not depart.
And also it says that I've been old
And I was young,
and I was young,
but
and
I
I've
ain't never
seen
the righteous forsaken
or
or
a seed
begging for bread.
Ain't no question.
We'll see you
So,
next month. on
We'll
the
see you
Manifest
next
Wealth.
month.
All right,
Enjoy
so.
Thanksgiving. And Dr.
Absolutely.
Scott, go Lions, man.
Yeah,
Go
whatever.
Lions.
Hey,
Go
hey, my Steelers will be in
Lions.
town December 21st. I'll be down there. Trust
We
me,
ain't
please.
talking about that, Dr. Scott. Go Lions, man.